What is going on, beautiful people? Today we are going to talk about Tesehki responding to Lex's live. We are going to discuss some of the things that y'all feel about what Lex said, going through the comments, and we're going to discuss my Tavii video, going through the comments, and Marsh is up here talking about, okay, yeah, fine, she's not a baddie, but she gets the treatment and she gets everything else. She gets the checks and she gets the trips. Okay, whatever. Want to talk about it? Let's talk about it. What's going on, beautiful people? It's your boy here, Wesley from A-Connection TV here on YouTube, the one place in the World Wide Web where we actually adopt similar connections despite our differences, and welcome to my channel. If you've never seen me before, I've been on YouTube for a very long time, and A-Connection TV as a brand is synonymous with Bad Girls Club, and now we run it over into Baddies, because without BGC, there would be no Baddies. I do interviews and reviews, and I've interviewed just about all the Bad Girls Club members, right? And I've done some Baddies interviews, and we got some Baddies interviews lined up in the near future, okay? Diamond wants to come back for a part 2. We're going to talk about it. But anyways, I got to first give out my shout outs and my thanks and my appreciations for a few of y'all, because y'all actually donated to my ACTV Plus Cash App. So I appreciate that. I knew I wasn't going to get no donations, but hey, it's amazing. I want to shout out Teik. Teik, I ain't gonna say the last name, but Teik, shout out to you, baby. I appreciate you. You were the first that came through. I want to get a shout out to Terry. Terry, see, y'all names are so much better in your Cash App versus the online monikers, because I don't know how to pronounce that. So we're gonna say Terry. I want to give a shout out to Zello. What's going on? I hope it's not Zelo, but it's probably Zello. I'm gonna say Zello. Z-E-L-L-O. Y'all let me know how that sounds. Zello, shout out to you. And I want to say shout out to, okay. Katea or Katea. It could be Kataya. I like Kataya. It could be Katea. I like Katea too. Katea is dope. Kataya versus Katea or Kat. I don't know how to pronounce it, but Kataiya. Taya, thank you, baby. Thank you. I love y'all. Thank y'all so much for donating. Trust me, it all goes back into the business. Trust me, it all goes back into the app. Listen, but what I thought of is something that people might feel is more tangible, like they get something out of it, right? And so as opposed to just straight donate into a Cash App and not really know how the money is used, because y'all probably think that I'm janking. I'm not. You see all this equipment, you see the posters in the back, that's ACTV Plus. That's me pouring into the community by, creating films made for us, by us, and all of that, and representing us. But I figured, hey, some people like to wear things. Some people like to buy clothing. Some people like t-shirts. Some people like a comfortable hoodie, okay? And y'all may not know, because there's a lot of newbies and some old bees that have come back because I've started talking about baddies consistently. But my online store that sells merchandise, ACTV Shop, is still up and running, and I just added some Connects merchandise, because I call y'all my connects, because we stay connected throughout whatever we're talking about. So I did a few designs. I uploaded the first 2 today. There's hoodies, there's tote bags, there's a crop top for my ladies, because I know my ladies, where I would love to see Taya. I would love to see Taya in it. All the ladies hit me up in the DMs. I would love to see y'all in the crop top hoodie, no shade. Baby, that would be tough. But yeah, I got crop tops, hoodies, tote bags, mugs, t-shirts. So yeah, these images, what you see, are what they will look like on you. So go to ACTV Shop. If you don't want to donate to the Cash App and you want something in return, outside of my, crazy commentary on here, if you purchase merchandise, it goes directly back into the business. So also with that, a lot of the garments that I've decided to print on, majority of them are 100% cotton, but there are some, I don't know if in the Connects line I added, but there are some that have a cross blend of materials, but majority of the stuff that I have on there are 100% cotton. All right. And these are designs that were created by me. So I appreciate it. I'm, creative in a lot of different ways, but that'll be awesome. Go to ACTV Shop. And on that note, let me look at my calendar real quick, and we're going to get into the video. I apologize. I got to get all this stuff out of the way. I'm trying to see when I could do a live event. Ooh. And I'm busy the next 2 Sundays. Damn it. Damn it. Well, maybe Monday night. Maybe Monday nights after the Sunday, I can do the live event. Let me know if y'all down for that. I can do the 8th and the 15th. I'm gonna put a poll. I'm gonna put a poll up. And if I get over 100 votes on the poll, letting me know if I should go live, then, and if 100 people say yes, then I'll go live and I'll post the date on when I'll go live. It'll probably be the 8th or the 15th because unfortunately I'll work the 7th and the 14th. So blah. But a lot of y'all want me to go live. I will go live, and what I will do is watch the episode with y'all. Do y'all want me to do that? Watch the episode with y'all and then talk about it afterward. It'll probably be like a 2-hour live. So it does need to be scheduled, right? That does need to be scheduled. I can't just throw that on y'all. But I'm gonna make a poll. So go to that poll and let me know if y'all want me to do it. If I get over 100 votes, then I'll do it. All right. But let's get into what Tesehki had to say about Lex's live. Tesehki came through. Shout out to Tesehki. Tesehki came through and said, she telling the truth. Them mother effers was trying to act cool with me so they can backdoor me again. Lex not that dumb. And when old girl said the floor is here, she def wasn't talking about fighting. I know because I asked her. Old girl said no. That's why I was like, I'm not with this talking ish. A lot of ish is cut out. Okay. So it's cut out. Okay. Yeah. Lex went on a live last night. And it was like almost a 2-hour live. I put up as much as I can. I think I did predominantly the most of it. So check out that live. And she was talking about a lot of things. One I actually thought was, that's what I said from the beginning. When Chrisean said the floor is yours, that didn't mean come fight. That meant the floor is yours, keep talking, and you want the stage to talk and get your moment. That's what that meant. Because if it was a fight, Lex would have got up. And I said that in my review. Lex concurred. Now, where Lex threw me for a loop, no shade. She threw me for a loop saying that she don't be jumping in stuff. Okay, girl. Not all the time. Like your prime suspects are always Summer and Dolly. Let's be clear. You don't do it as much as they do, but you have jumped in the past. Now, maybe like not a full out jump brawl, but you have, right? And so she talked about the situation with Jayla. She said she never hit Jayla. I don't know. And then she talked about the situation with Scotty and said she never touched Scotty. I don't know. Your intentions to jump were there, friend. Your intentions to jump were there. And, it is what it is. Now, you may like do it as much as Summer and Dolly, but your intentions to jump were there. I do agree with her, though. She stated that no one helped her when she got jumped. That was a fact. She stated that no one helped Dolly when she fought Tesehki. She said that was a fact. And also, I agree with her. If I have a conversation with you that this is not how it's going to go, and you're going to have to stand on what you're standing on, because I'm having a conversation with you, friend, and I'm not vibing with what you're promoting and, reciting and repeating, I'm going to let you know you're going to have to stand on that alone. If it's agreed upon, I don't understand the problem. And let's be clear. Summer is definitely acting like a woman scorned. What do I mean by that? She would have never said any of the things that we've said. She's always gone against the fans regarding the big three, but now she has fallen out with them, so she's not going to support them. And whatever we have felt in the past, she's going to support now. So she definitely vibes like a woman scorned. I really do believe that. I also believe some of the things that Summer said in her live, and I believe that some of the things that Lex said in her live. One thing that I believe that Summer said was a moment where Lex didn't know what to do or what to make happen or whatever the case may be. She's like, what do y'all want me to do? What am I supposed to do? I believe that because we've gotten reports about Lex doing things like that and being considered a producer's pet. Now, I'm not going to say she's a producer's pet, but I'm going to say that if people edge her in, she's going to follow suit. She may not now because she has the experience behind her. But season 1, season 2, all day long, I would believe that. I would not be surprised if that was the case. And then on Lex's behalf, I changed my, I don't know if I necessarily believe this 100%. She said that the reunion was edited so that her one-on-ones with Tavii and Fauna were after the fact. I don't know how the hell that edit happened. I don't know how the hell they edited that, because soon as she came out, she got jumped. So how she come out, do one-on-one phase, and then get jumped? That, like, I don't know. I don't know about how y'all feel about that. But hey, if she said that that's how it was edited, then that's how it was edited. I want to go into the comments real quick and see how y'all feel. I know she don't got a Happy Meal at McDonald's. Say word. Natalie has a freaking Happy Meal. What? If Natalie has a deal with McDonald's, that is freaking boss ass. Or is this just merch? If she has a freaking deal with, yeah. Say what you want about Natalie, but the broad is a boss. If this is real, I don't know if this is real. What the comment saying? I need the first one, baddies and bad boys. Thank you. I need the first one. My CEO. This is so epic. Major brand deals. Doing what she... If this is for real, this, bro, you can say what you want about her, but you can't deny her boss assness. This is a boss ass biatch. She is. You gotta give her her things. You may not agree with her ways or her tactics, but baby, if this is legit and this broad got in McDonald's, now I don't know if promoting baddies to the kids is where we. I don't know if that's what we need to be, because yikes, I wouldn't promote baddies to the kids, but I mean, god damn, I wouldn't say no to the money either, sis. Get your shit. That's what's up. That's what's up. That's crazy. That's what's up.
So I ain't bitter. I ain't this. I ain't mad. I ain't this. At what? At this time, me and Scotty never like made up or anything, so it didn't affect me. Just like as if y'all don't really mess with nobody, you're not the best of friends with somebody, and they said.
All right, so let's get into y'all's comments. Let's go to my videos. Let's see where we at. All right, so we're going to get into the comments. All right. Let's start off with Baddies USA biglex online talks chrisean, okay? That video got 2.9 thousand views, 116 comments, 130 likes. Thank y'all for the likes. I appreciate the likes. Let's get into these comments. Let's get into these comments. Let's get into these comments. All right, here we go. All right. Let's start off. First person says, chrisean is a habitual liar. Next person says, the floor part is true. Rock did not mean it like the way she said it on the live. We agree. We connect, baby. We connect. The next one says, I absolutely agree with biglex's perspective on everything. An hour plus video. Love it here. Shout out to Elena Evans. I think I said that right. I think I said Elena. Let me know if Elena Evans. Tratrazy 1633. Well, you look cute with them glasses, boo. One-on-one. Why did you fight Tavii more times than they have episodes of the whole Baddie franchise? Yeah. I think my answer to that would be because they have to keep the storyline going. One of the things that Lex said is that if you're not fighting me, who are you fighting? And Baddies is a fighting show. So, I mean, it's a give and take to that, right? But it has to make sense. Let it make sense. Another person says, but what's crazy is every other person that argues with Lex says, do you need that? And everybody that argues with chrisean, she swings on them. I would say both of them wasn't really on shit. I would agree. I don't think neither one of them really wanted to fight, but I felt like if one pressed the issue over the other, they both would have. Another person says, Lex must have got a conscience. Lex must have got a concussion at the reunion to not remember fighting Tavii and Fauna after they jumped her. She even said she needed that because they jumped her. I mean, I see you. We here, Nap Nap. Now I know that's how you pronounce that name. I know you pronounce that Nap Nap. It better be Nap Nap. Brad's World 97 says she slow. She did fight Fauna over Dolly. I'd be trying to like this lady, but she's such a liar with no personality at that. Ooh. I mean, I feel like she fought Tavii for Dolly. I feel like she did that because I remember her saying that she can't fight you, I'm gonna fight you. I remember her saying that. Even though in the live she was like, I still wanted to fight her that day. Yeah, I don't know. But multiple things can be true at the same time. She still could have wanted to fight her, but I feel like she used Dolly as the reason why. Am I wrong? I don't know if I'm wrong. Let me know. Submissive Prince. Ooh, says, at first, I was like, why an hour? After 5 minutes, I'm like, I'm impressed. I mean, you know, I try to get everybody's live, but some of these girls go live every 5 minutes, and I have a life. Hey, love, I love you. Hey, Wes, I'm here for this video. Right on time. Tucked in bed, watching this on my 75-inch. Then I can go to sleep. Come on, 75-inch. Come on, tucked in bed, 75-inch in the bedroom. Baby, you got coin. Ooh, that just gave me an idea. But you got coin, my man. You got coin. I like that. Another person says, both Lex and Chrisean didn't want it with each other. I agree. Another person says, considering Lex is 23 or 24, the youngest of all the women on Baddies, she shows more maturity than most of the other women. I could agree to that. Another person says, new subscriber, I like your videos. Thank you, baby. I'm that girl too. Another person says, first, when I tell you I was waiting on this friend, I appreciate that. Ayana, I don't know why your avatar isn't there, but I love you, Ayana. Crystal King 2727 says, Lex, you be lying too much. What happened to Fauna spraying you with maize? That's how she got your eye. Ooh. Ha, ha. You know, I was waiting for her. I don't know if she did because I tried to stay on the whole live, but she was coming back and going off. I wanted to see if she would address the spit. Did she address the spit? Chrisean is poking the bear and throwing the stick and hiding her hand with big legs. That's how I see it. And crazy that what Tesehki is saying about Chrisean, it's just a bit yikes. Another one says, doing the same ish Summer doing prompting her camera to her big screen, like we all don't have big flat screens. Okay. Another person says, y'all cannot seriously believe Chrisean over Lex. Another person says, I give this one to Lex. She did not duck and wreck from Chrisean. She was trying to still block Tesehki from getting to Summer. I can agree to that as well. Teak Vision says, and for her to say she would have never switched up, keep the negative view to stand with her friends, I don't know how to take it. Another person says, Joe Legend, 2555, exactly. Chrisean didn't mean to get up and fight when she said, here's the floor. She means say something you want a moment to say something. She tried to make it seem like Lex was scared of Chrisean and didn't want to fight her when that was never the case. Don't play with my gal, Lex. I agree. Another person says, so Lex ain't putting Scotty in the back of the head when they was in the pool on Africa. And since when Lex let it be okay for SB say they don't want to fight and not fight? I think there's two people that Lex fought for no reason. She created a reason to fight them. I'll say this. Scotty and Jayla. Everybody else needed to hit her first. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I think I'm wrong. I don't know. Joe Legend says, let's be clock and tea. Another person says, her voice is annoying. Another person says, she's right. Never get in family business. That's not your family. Another person says, girl, what? Almost all of Summer's beef is because she inserted herself in something and yet Lex inserted herself. She not fighting for things that go against her morals and beliefs. Again, girl, bye. Make it make sense to me, please, because I'm still not getting it, Lex. She fought Jayla for being a bully and became friends with bullies, standing with them, fighting over a name. Regardless if she say it or not, she don't want to fight Seki. I don't think anybody wants to fight her, but that doesn't mean that you're scared of her either. It's just like some people don't want to go to work, right? Some people don't want to go to work because it's tiring. It's like annoying. Like what? But you're not scared to go to work. You just don't want to go to work. Some people don't want to fight Tesehki. That doesn't mean that they're scared of her. Some people just don't want to go to work. Like what? I'm not trying. Like, oh, that's annoying. Like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all got to look at it like that. Some people just don't want to go to work and Tesehki's work. To some people, you know. Another person says Scotty lied because Chrisean did not clock nothing. Lex absolutely clocked her. Ooh-wee. Another person says, I can't wait until summer drops receipts, and she is. Recordings, videos, and screenshots. I know she got him. Summer looking for the right buyer. Another person says, just like she was scared to fight Rollie and Jayla had to take that fade, I don't think Chrisean will fight Ivory, but Lex did. Lex ain't scared of Chrisean. Ooh. All right, another person says, okay for y'all keeping saying she lied. She may have lied as out of the fauna situation, but when she was talking about Rock and Summer, I can agree and believe that what she is saying. Another person says, I love her, because, yeah, she was trying to play in your face. So later, she can be like, she ain't do nothing to me, though, or if Lex would have fought her and she lost a little bit, she would have said, Lex just wanted the clout. Another person says, Nap is back. If Chrisean was getting on Lex's nerves, getting in the fights, I wonder why she didn't say something to her instead of saying it online. And Jeremy says, now Lex, girl, there ain't no way Zeus edited that reunion to make it look like you fought Tavii and Fauna after you got jumped. You literally went one-on-one phase with Tavii and Lex after they jumped you. The dementia is real. Now, I can concur. Because I'm watching it like it's happening. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. But hey, if that's how she feels, that's how she feels. Now, I want to see what y'all got to say about my other video that I did. Baddies USA Tavii, baby, can we talk? Serious video, 2.1 thousand views, 176 likes, 101 comments. Tavii lets it be known. Tavii lets it be known. Now, let's get into there. Someone said, she saw my video, and she said she not apologized. But let's get into these comments. It's crazy how Tavii tried to pin Diamond Hands at the reunion, but was going to fight Ivory at the reunion for holding her arms. I mean, another person says, the baddies of ATL, Sarah, Judy, Scotty, Jayla should be tall tales for Tavii when it comes down to dealing with Natalie. They all had a story to tell. They all had it, and they told it on The Whole Truth with Wes. All right. Another person says, don't save her. She don't want to be saved. Oh. Another person says, you need to do an interview with Biglex and Dolly because I feel like they are misunderstood. I've reached out to them to do an interview a while back, even when y'all proclaimed that I did not like them. And I reached out to Dolly most recently, and I can reach out to Lex again, but hey, I reached out. Another person says, I'm not a fan of Tavii at all. However, I will say that she should be careful aligning with Natalie. If you want to know the outcome of a situation, look no further than how she's treating her so-called best friends, Scotty and Jayla. She says she loves them, but the treatment often doesn't match that sentiment. She also shouldn't look any further than who she hangs out with because I rarely see Tavii in those pictures Natalie posts. I see Lo, I see Jayla, I see Scotty, Lex, Dolly. That gives an insight into who she deems important. I never see DTB, which is to be expected, but I also never see Tavii. Move smart, think long game and longevity. Brown nosing only gets you so far. This isn't grade school, but this is a test. All right. Someone says, I really think Fauna is genuine and she was keeping it real with Tavii. Fauna just wanted Tavii to understand that people will look at her differently, which is true, because her following isn't really going up anymore and she barely getting bookings. She needs to understand that if she loves this lifestyle or money she's been getting from Zeus, she gotta make smarter decisions. She gotta understand that when she doesn't have baddies anymore, then what? Another person says, some people are saying that Lex did a live saying that once she watched the reunion, she realized she got jumped twice. So I think that's why she wanted to fight again. Okay. Another person says, the munching sounds, Wes, please. I got to make some of my videos funny. Another person says, Tavii is amazing. Love her. I love Tavii too. Another person says, looking at that clip Zeus posted, Fauna was fussing at Nat, then Tavii got up in her face. So maybe it's the reason Fauna said something about holding DTV arms, but we'll see. I mean, maybe. Another person says, sorry, Wes, I have never liked Tavii. Oh. Another person says, been feeling real weird lately, watching and liking your videos without subscribing. Click that button, though. Thank you, Scotty G, for subscribing. I hope Tavii can course correct. Another person says, I think what we need to consider is that Fauna may not have even known that Tavii was holding DTV's hands until around the time the reunion aired. And remember, the last part of the reunion was airing during filming. I'm sure not all of the girls have perfect line of sight to see everything happening in the fight at that time, with there being security, other girls in the way, and Tavii, DTV, and Natalie all being right there. That is possible. That is very possible. I'm sorry. I feel like my lips are chapped. Hold on one second. My lips too big to be feeling like they're chapped. Did I let y'all? Did y'all know that I'm like the best kisser in Atlanta? I just had to put that out there because these lips work, baby. Mwah, they work. Another person says, I cannot with you in these oral sounds. Munch, munch, munch. It's too much hair down here. Girl, shave that. Another person says, I never liked Tavii because she fought the pretty three, but then tried to be cool with them. Wes, I love you and will always be a fan of your work. You are an icon and a pioneer. However, I'm not a fan of how you and various fans keep ignoring and not holding Diamond the Boring accountable for sneaking and jumping people, and the fact that Tavii gets hate for doing what Diamond does as well. It's not holding up. It's part of the bias and dislike for Natalie. Tavii is still my favorite, and I stand with what she did because she can't sneak and jump people, then be mad when it's done to you. I don't hate any girls, but I'm not biased. Until someone can explain why it's okay for Diamond to sneak and jump people, then Tavii doing that is wrong. I know there's no justification, and it's just bias. Okay, this is Jose Cena, or I believe Jose. We'll just say Jose. Sir, there is sneaking, there is jumping, there is holding someone down so they can get beat up. There is a brawl, there is spitting, there is biting, there is scratching, there is trying to break it up. I think all 8 things, let me put my phone down. All 8 things have occurred in Baddies. All 8 things have occurred in Baddies except for the holding down so someone can intentionally beat up the person. This is the first time on Baddies that this has happened. Okay, this is the first time. Now, people want to say that Ivory held Tavii down so she can get beat up. That's false. I believe that that's false. I don't think that Ivory intentionally held Tavii down so that koldkilla can beat her up. My takeaway from that is that Ivory was trying to stop Tavii from fighting koldkilla, was trying to pull Tavii away, was trying to wrestle Tavii down to stop. Because in the imagery that we got, it seemed like Tavii was not letting up, right? So Ivory's intention, in my mind, the way that I watched it, was that she was wanting Tavii to stop, but Tavii would not let up. This is the first time, and y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, this is the first time that someone actually held a woman down, or a person down, let's not make this about gender, held a person down so that their friend can get the upper hand and beat them up. The first time. Now, the major difference in the other 7 situations that go down, spitting, biting, scratching, brawl, jumping, sneaking, yes, all of that, right? The major difference is that in all scenarios, the person has the ability to defend themselves. Okay? Just because you jump someone don't mean that you and your friends about to win, because you can still get beat up, right? I'm not justifying jumping. I think just jumping in and of itself is lame as hell. Let's be clear. It's lame as hell. But I only excused it if I got jumped, bitch, you getting jumped. That's it. If I got jumped, you getting jumped. But jumping is lame as hell. Okay, let's be clear. Jumping is lame as hell, and sneaking is lame as hell. Okay? It's lame as hell. I believe that it's lame as hell. All the other stuff, except for the holding someone down, goes along with fighting. You can't tell me not to spit on you because I don't like you. You can't tell me not to scratch you because I don't like you. You can't tell me not to bite you because I don't like you. Now, y'all may not like those situations. Y'all may think that that's disgusting, deplorable, but fighting is disgusting and deplorable. And if you fight me, I'm beating you up any way that I can. I'm disrespecting you any way that I can, right? It's just that on that, like, for real. Then you get the sneaking aspect of it, and that's just lame. You lame for sneaking somebody. You lame. You just lame, right? Then there's the jumping aspect. You just lame for jumping somebody. Y'all just lame. If I get jumped, I'm jumping you back. If I get snuck, I'm sneaking you back. But those first encounters and those two actions are lame, okay? Then you have what we had happen in the last reunion. Someone holding you down so you can get beat the fuck up. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy to me. There's no justifying that. Diamond has never held someone down so someone can get beat up. You know what I'm saying? And yes, sneaking is horrible and deplorable. Jumping is horrible and deplorable. Any woman on the show, on the franchise that has ever done that is crazy work. It's crazy work. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, if I jump you, you can't expect me not to jump you back. You know what I'm saying? If y'all agree to disagree, it's fine. Like if y'all just don't think jumping should never happen, I agree. It should never happen. But if you jump me, I'm jumping you back. If you sneak me, I'm sneaking you back. Now, holding someone down so they cannot fight is crazy. It's crazy work. It's crazy work. It's like tying somebody up in a rope and telling somebody to beat on them. It's a huge difference. And if y'all don't see the difference, that's okay. Y'all don't have to see the difference. Y'all can let that be wherever y'all let that be. But it's crazy work. And it's the first time that I can remind. Tell me about another time. Tell me about another time where a baddie held someone down so they can get whooped on. Tell me. I would like to know. And where it happened in baddies. So yes, I have the right as someone who watches and as someone, who I interviewed her, and there was an exchange of communication. There was an exchange of mature dialogue. It did not make sense for Tavii to do that. It just didn't. Now, Tavii or whoever can make up whatever excuse Diamond jumps and she sneaks. It's what she deserves. That's God politics. And I'm not saying someone deserves anything for what they've done. Now, if Diamond gets snuck, okay. It is what it is. Natalie whooped on Diamond. Natalie was whooping. Diamond got what she deserved because who she snuck came back and whooped on her. That was her payment. You know what I'm saying? That was Natalie's due. You know what I'm saying? But where Tavii comes in it just doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? And would I rather her jump Diamond? It still wouldn't have made no sense for her to do that because Diamond didn't jump her. You know what I'm saying? But at least Diamond would be able to defend herself. Holding someone down to get beat up y'all can't make that make sense to me. It's not gonna make sense, and it's okay. If that's how y'all feel, then that's how y'all feel. We can adopt some of the connections and spot out differences, baby. But I will never understand that. And hey, she ain't gotta apologize. I heard somebody said that she said she wasn't gonna apologize. Hey, fine. She grown. She can do whatever. She can do whatever the hell she wants to do. Okay? But hey, at what cost? Is it gonna make sense? She may not care. I don't care that much, to be honest, anyway. I just was stating my opinion. But it's not like I'm like at home like, oh my God, I can't pay my bills unless, she apologizes. Like, what? What are we talking about? It's never that deep with me. It's never that deep, but hopefully we can adopt similar connections despite our differences. Hey, listen, I need y'all to do me a favor. Go to the poll and let me know. I need 100 votes saying yes, that y'all want me to do a live on the 8th, okay? And then we're going to watch it together. And then after that, we can talk about it. We can have a dialogue about it. You know what I mean? We're going to do that. But I don't have my setup the way I have my setup. So y'all gonna be watching on your phone or watching on your laptop that has a camera, because I would like to see y'all if y'all down to be seen, or hear y'all through the app that we'll use. So yeah, y'all just let me know if y'all want to do that. 100 yeses will get us to do that. We'll make it a live event. Get your snacks, get your drinks, and we'll have a party. Okay. But we're going to see how the first one goes, and then, you know, whatever. Anyways, leave your comments below. Let me know how you felt about the comments. No, I said I wanted to talk about something else. What else did I want to talk about? Let me look before I go offline. Let me look before I go offline. Okay, that recorded. Oh, I can make that another video. I'm gonna make that another way. Anyways, I love y'all. Deuces.